Hey guys, how's it going? It is such an exciting day here on the property. You are not going to believe what is happening. You probably already saw from the thumbnail and the title. The pecan tree that I hate is coming out today. This is so exciting. This is my next door neighbor's pecan tree, and every year it gets infested with aphids. It is so bad, and then it drops honeydew, and it's gross, and it's terrible. And she texted me last night saying, hey, some guys are going to come by in the morning, and they're going to be removing the tree. And so it's happening. They're here. They just pulled up in the back alley and they were removing the tree. So this is very exciting. I'm gonna set a tripod up and it's gonna be just a quick little glimpse of it happening, but I'm gonna speed it up times a million and we're gonna see this tree come out. Best day ever. And then we are gonna do a little bit of planting. We're gonna plant a tree because I have a tree that needs to go in. But the removal of this tree is exciting because it's going to make it so the willow tree grows better, everything in that one bed grows better, and I don't have to deal with honeydew all over everything. Also, Freya eats the pecans, and pecans can make dogs sick, but she loves them so much. So it's like terrible chasing her around. She doesn't eat enough to get sick, but they can make her sick if she eats enough of them. Tree's coming down today. It's a good day. So this is the pecan tree. It is huge, and there's been a few branches that have broken, and you can see it's doing something really weird, like it's growing out like this. And so it was time. You can see there's like a dead branch there, but it is massive, and it's made it so the willow tree is very heavy on this side. The trunk is right here, and it's not heavy on this side. So it's up, and then the branches go all the way out here, and then the branches only go out to here. So it's very uneven right now. So it needed to happen, mostly for me, but I'm just so excited about it. So this thing, you can see how big it is. It's coming down today, so let's set up a camera and see what we can capture. That was so satisfying to see that tree come down. It is gone now. Let's turn the camera around and I'll show you guys that. Those guys worked so fast to get that down. I think it took them a little over an hour to get that huge tree down, and they had to contend with 2 power lines and a building. Look at that. It is gone. I mean, the power pole sticks out like crazy now. Nothing you can do about that. It's fine. But they had to contend with this power line and that power line, and they had to contend with this building and that building right there. And they did a great job. And there's no mess over here really at all. They climbed over the fence and they grabbed all of their stuff, anything that fell over, which was really cool. And there's a couple leaves, but that's absolutely nothing. But this is so exciting that this is gone. We are probably going to come in and limb this privet up. It's hidden in the shed just a little bit, and you know how I feel about privets. And so we'll come in and limb that up just a smidge, and it's just looking so good now. This is so exciting. This means that we are no longer going to be dealing with the honeydew dropping down. That was one of the biggest issues, was the honeydew came and it would drop down on the plants, and it was just all bad. It was the sap everywhere, and it was killing plants. And so this is going to make it so everything over here has this much more like sunlight, and it's going to make it so the willow tree grows better, and then there's no more honeydew on here. So this is awesome. I mean, this is a really, really good day, and it was totally unexpected. My neighbor texted me last night super late, she texted me last night around like 6, and I got back to her at like 10 o'clock. I didn't see it until 10, and she was like, hey, just so you know, I have some guys coming to remove that tree tomorrow. And I was like, oh, this is the best day ever. So now I want to do a little work in this bed. I want to plant that Alberta spruce, the dwarf one, in this bed. I have a little lilac right here, and I love it. It's gorgeous. It's I think it's called it's not Little Kim. I can't remember the name of the lilac, but it's so teeny tiny, and I think it's just going to take a little too long to fill out and grow. And so I'm going to move it and plant an evergreen interest, because I don't have any evergreen in this bed. So I have nothing that's going to be winter interest, and I think that planting that in here is going to be a perfect little spot for it, and it'll be more of an impact than waiting for that to grow up. And we'll just move that somewhere where it can just take its sweet time. I'm not 100% certain where, but I'll find somewhere for that. So I just picked up this dwarf Alberta spruce. I actually picked up 2 of them now, and so gorgeous. Perfect little evergreen. Their growing zones 3 through 8. They get about 5 feet wide, 8 feet tall. So perfect for pretty much any landscape. And you can see this is what it looks like as it's a little bit more mature. Beautiful, beautiful plant. I think on here it gives like wrong growing zones and the wrong size. Yeah, it says 3 to 4 feet tall and wide, and that's wrong. And it says not hardy zones is 1 through 3, which is also wrong because you can't grow it in zone 10. So I have an issue with these tags because they always give wrong specs to it. But beautiful evergreen. People were telling me last time I planted one that it does attract spider mites, and specifically like I think it's like spruce spider mites or something like that. So if you deal with spider mites in your area, this is something that you'll want to like preventatively spray. So just a heads up about that. And it is also a full sun lover. So the more sun you give it, the happier it'll be. So where we're going to plant it is a full sun area. It gets all morning and then a little bit of afternoon, and then it gets protection from the hot afternoon sun. And I think because I can grow it up to a zone 8, giving it a little more of that protection in the hot afternoon is going to be my best bet. So beautiful evergreen. I cannot wait to get this one planted, especially to fill in that little hole. But first we need to move that lilac. Little darling lilac. I remembered as I was coming up here, and I think it only gets about 4 feet tall and wide. So it's a very small staying lilac, more like a shrub form. So we're gonna move this. So let's go get a shovel and let me show you guys where I think I'm going to go ahead and put it. So I'm thinking that it'll be beautiful just tucked into this bed. I've been having so much fun being able to add things into this new garden bed right here. I'm thinking, what if we just kind of tuck it in kind of where that rock is right there, and then it'll kind of like maybe a little further over this way, but somewhere right about here. And then that way it'll kind of like fill in this area. And then I've got some like evergreen interest in here, and then I have some like beautiful spring color, and I just think I think that'll be a really good spot for it. So we're gonna go ahead and just move it to this spot. And I think that should be good. We'll see if I end up moving it in a little bit. Also, wanted to give you guys an update. I ate the strawberry that was in here, but we're getting this like fabulous flush of winter strawberries. So this is so exciting. I've been able to come back here and eat a couple of them, have a little snack on these guys. So this has been fun. And look, this one just got done flowering, and there's another one coming there. So these strawberries have been performing really well. I have seen a couple questions coming in about how they fared for us, and they've done fabulously. Also wanted to give an update on these cages. These have been amazing. Have loved them. So I've got 3 of the lettuces covered in here, and you can see the 3 that are covered have been doing amazing. They've got lots of like new growth on them. They're doing so much better. And then this one that hasn't been covered only has 1, 2 new leaves, and even these like slightly newer ones have started to get decimated. So we've been dealing with birds in the area that have been coming after my lettuce, and so these have helped. If I can figure out how to get this back on there. There we go. Something like that. Perfect. So those have helped a ton. Just to give you guys a heads up, also wanted to show you this angle. Look at this fall color from my birch tree and my borrowed crepe myrtle. It's like reds and yellows. Oh, it's so pretty back here right now. The fall color has finally started happening as we're getting into December. Of course, that's what happens here. Yeah, the fall color here is perfect. The reds and the yellows, very, very nice. Love this like nice little combo of color right here. We need to add more reds to our property. I have a few things that turn yellow, not really anything that turns red. think that's going to be perfect right there. Beautiful, beautiful evergreen. Sorry about the lighting. I've got a thing covering it because the sun keeps poking in. But I think that's going to be perfect right there. I might come in and push it a little more to the left. It looks a little crooked. But that will fill that entire space out. Very slow grower. And it'll just be nice to have something that's evergreen in this bed because we don't have anything evergreen interest in here. I guess the hop seed right there, that bush, is technically an evergreen. But nothing else. So I think this will be really nice right here. I probably should have gone a little more to the left towards the butterfly bush, but you know, you live, you learn, and you can see it's getting sun right now. So this should be very, very happy here. And I think it's a beautiful plant. And let me show you guys the lilac and what I did with that. So I got the lilac planted right here, and that is going to be so gorgeous. And it'll be really nice to have this over here. You can see it's kind of getting towards the end of the day. I got out much later than I wanted to today. And this is now in shade, so it'll get protection from the hot afternoon sun, which is kind of what lilacs need in my area. And this is a dwarf lilac, and it has like beautiful, beautiful color. It's more like a bright white color and has like very, very soft lavender color to it. It's not like the purple, and it's not like a dark lavender. It's a very soft lavender white color. It's one of my favorite lilacs that I've seen, and it's supposed to do well in my zone too. And it's a dwarf, so that's perfect. And the last thing that I want to do today is get these planted. I picked these alliums up. These are called ping pong, and I'm really excited. I'm doing a ton of alliums this year. In this bed alone, I have a ton of alliums scattered through all of this area right here. I picked these up. They were 50% off, so I paid like $5 for 20 of them. Full sun, 18 to 24 inches tall and wide. They're supposed to be deer and like mole and gopher and all the resistance. A lot of animals don't like alliums because of the like smell. They're very strong and very like powerful tasting, so they try to stay away from them. And so I'm really excited about these. Kind of a smaller allium. Like I said, I mean 2 feet, that's still really good size. And I think I'm going to plant all 20 of them just kind of in one area, which is where we just were, back that way. So I'm thinking I'm going to just kind of like tuck them into this bed right here. So this is the cat's pajama nepeta, which I'll come and cut back here once it dies back in the winter time. But I want to scatter them in through here because this is going to take a minute to kind of take off in the springtime. And so I thought it would be really pretty to just pop them in throughout the plant and around this area and kind of like close to the border or whatever. I just thought that would be really fun and like a really cool like spring, late spring, I'm guessing. Yeah, oh yeah, late spring, right there on the top. I thought that would be a fun little like flower and just add some like cool interest to it. So this is a full sun area, except for when you get right past that pedestal right there, it starts to get into more shade. So like right about, actually it's right about there is more shade. You can see I've got like Brunnera and I've got Haconocloa and I've got Columbine and hellebores. And then over here I've got like petunias and I've got cat's pajama nepeta and I've got echinacea. And so coneflower, echinacea, aren't they the same thing? I don't know, whatever, cut that out. I've got all these like full sun things right next to shade things. So I'm thinking if I go in and I start planting them all along here and then I kind of stop about here, we should be good. And I think that'll be a cool little drift of 20 of these like really pretty white flowers. Okay, we're gonna get to planting. I have my drill. I have the ittiest bittiest baby auger. I got this one off of Amazon, and this one's perfect for like little teeny tiny things. Don't really recommend buying this one though. I did get it off Amazon. It was like, I think $15 or $19 or something like that. And the chuck, which is, or the like hex head right here, is like stripped because I've used it so much, and it's like a super cheap metal. So I don't fully recommend it. Sometimes it just spins in the drill and doesn't fully work, but it works well enough to get my allium bulbs planted. So we're just going to use what we have because I don't need giant holes dug. Otherwise I would use my power planter. Maybe I should see if I can get a teeny tiny one. are done, and they are extremely uninteresting when planted because it looks like you do nothing. But they are so worth it to plant in the spring. And so what I did was I planted 3 of them here just to start you off. And then as you come down this way, there's gonna be a ton more peeking up. So there should be a ton there. And then just a little teaser of 3 of them right here. So that way we're talking about like adding cohesiveness. So I've got alliums here, and then there's gonna be a huge drift of alliums all the way in the back. So awesome, so excited. I mean, this is literally gonna be like so gorgeous. I cannot wait to see those grow up and like bloom for me, and they should continue to bloom every single year for me, coming back stronger, better every single year. And then that spruce, oh, that's gonna be so pretty when that gets bigger. It should fill that entire hole out right there and get like a really nice just size, and it'll be a beautiful structure and something that I could wrap Christmas lights around. And so that, my friends, is all that I have for you today. The spruce is beautiful, the lilac will be beautiful, the tree is gone, and it is amazing. I keep looking over that way, and it's kind of mind-blowing. The power pole sticks out like a sore thumb now. It's totally fine. I think I'm gonna grow something up it. There's no active anything. I'm gonna try growing creeping fig up it. We'll see if I get in trouble. Wish me luck. It's just so ugly right now. It's better than the pecan tree. Way better than the pecan tree. I'll take the ugly power pole over that. Whatever, it looks great. I'm so happy with that. That was kind of an unexpected surprise and really cool to see first thing in the morning. Bert and I both grabbed our drinks and we sat in the chairs and just watched him take it down, and it was like the most like satisfying thing ever. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. We are gonna go hang out inside, and then we have to go do a little bit of shopping for Jalen. She needs some things because she's a teenager and she grows. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for visiting our garden, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.